Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Taurus for January of 2019. Yes, Happy New Year, Taurus. I can't believe 2018's gone past over everything. Happy New Year's to all of you. Now, for those of you that are new, I pull 4 cards for the month. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Now, I am an empath. I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during this time, so all of you Tauruses are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. Gives you a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't believe the cards are going to go week by week. I think they're going to blend in and out throughout the month, kind of like an overall theme. I have a little message for us, and it's to pay attention to coincidences and synchronicities. And if there's any kind of conflict, or how did they tell me to say that? Controversy, conflict around us, we are to not engage in it in any way. Do not become angry. Stay stable, peaceful, and find a better solution. So, thinking about that and seeing these cards here, I'm like, well, that's a possibility here. Uh, well, what can we say, Taurus? It's good. We have good words. They're birth, intention, freedom, efficiency, and support. And that is excellent words for this month, because we surely do need them, because we're going to need some focus and clarity in order to stay out of situations that are just not up our alley, okay? Sorry. Your first card here is the King of Swords. He came up in Aries reading too, and this is on the bottom of the deck, and I have to say, the Aries reading, it was kind of interesting. You might want to go back and look, but the King of Swords is a very powerful energy to have around us, male or female. These are general readings. The King of Swords, he is totally free. The King of Swords uses intention, clear intention, that kind of energy. It is air energy. Whoa. Again. Uh-oh, Taurus, we have a very bad snowstorm coming in here, and our power is surging, so I hope this comes across for you. Anyhow, it must be very important, the King of Swords, because it just turned my lights off and on 3 times in a row. This is a person with a lot of power and authority, air energy, like I said, before all the weird stuff happened. He will be Gemini, Libra, Aquarian type energy. This is someone who can stand in a position of power and authority, and has the capacity to use force if necessary. Those are the key words with the King of Swords energy. If necessary. The King of Swords has a clear intention. He does not go to war unless he is forced, and he will do it if he has to. All right, he or she, these are general readings, so we may be being called to step into this clear type of concise thinking. King of Swords energy thinks on their feet. They are extremely supportive. They make clear-cut decisions, and they make them rapidly. It can be a lawyer around us, a professional researcher, if it's someone outside of us. What else would I say? The head of a corporation, my new boss for some of us. Maybe we're just being called to have this type of energy this month where we can think on our feet. And what we speak with clarity, very concisely, and intellectually. The King of Swords is the power of the mental realm. Very, very mature, has clear-cut abilities. And for those of us that are being called, us Tauruses that are called to do this, we would be able and capable of thinking for ourselves in rapid fire manner. If it is someone that's coming in to support us, they are very capable of doing this for us. So for those of us that may be having a lawyer around us, he'd be extremely efficient, like our word, intention, clear cut, supportive of us, no matter what. So I don't know where this will come down. It could be in someone we're in love with, or in this case, because we have two face cards here, it could be maybe something. If we're having a type of a separation, it could be a new partner, a new boss. This is someone who is very extremely intelligent. They don't let emotion come into whatever decisions and choices are being made, no matter how they feel. They do the facts and the facts only, ma'am, that kind of stuff. So perhaps some of us are going to need that to be capable of moving forward, be capable of not getting into the conflicts like our message, or situations that clearly aren't ours. We can think on our feet. The King of Swords always finds a better solution versus finding war, but can do war if that is the appropriate choice. So that's a kind of energy maybe some of us are going to need this month in order to move forward, get our thinking at the right level where our intention is right, we're very efficient and maybe supportive of ourselves. If it is not us in a situation, it's going to bode well for us if we think on our feet. Some maybe will have a new relationship with that Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person coming in. They be smart, intelligent, make good money, those kind of things, but very supportive in whatever manner. So if we were going for a bank loan, it could be the bank officer, those kind of things. Maybe we're going to buy a new house with this next card that's coming up here. It could be the person that's going to finance it. Maybe it will be the other person that's going to finance it, because I want to say that because of another card I'm seeing here. Perhaps the other person. It's a strong energy, Taurus, to have around us. It's supportive, efficient, clear-cut thinking, extremely mature. So for those of us that are being called into it, think on your feet. Keep out of the conflict unless it's required. So it'll come down in different areas for each one of us. But I can tell you one thing, if this was a lawyer around me, I'd be glad to have that particular lawyer around me, because they could come up with whatever they needed. Or if it was the loan officer and I didn't quite make it the cut, they would come up with a way for me to do it. If it was my new boss, I'd know. They want their ducks in a row, and I'd have to step into that row like that if it's career oriented for us. Either way, it's good. Excellent energy, because our next card here goes right with our word birth. It's a 7 of Cups. Look at this. This is it's crazy. Here's a castle in the air. Here's a dragon over here. Here's a snake down here for transformation. Maybe I want to have a new do-over on my face, or a wreath for my celebration, or put on a mask and make me a new person. And that was going to be my birth. But it also is the card of daydreaming. I have all these ideas and all these options floating around in my head, and I'm just ruminating is the word they're saying. I don't even know what it means. My brain is off all over the place, thinking about how I will do in this situation, that situation. I'm trying to forecast all the scenarios of things that will give me freedom, and where am I going to put my intention and birth this new Taurus, new way of life, a new me maybe for some of us. It's kind of intriguing card. It's like the kid in the candy store, and I have 1 penny, and there's all that candy. What am I going to do? I only have 1 penny. When I see this card, Taurus, I say, sit down with myself very clearly with clear-cut intention. Where do I want to manifest? Instead of building the castle up in the air all the time, what do I want to fill these cups with? So I pick 1 cup, maybe 2 cups, and that is the efficient way to use this energy. And I fill it with what I want. Do I want a new me so that I look different? Am I upgrading my wardrobe? Am I upgrading my home? Am I upgrading my appearance for my new job that I'm getting? Have I just, was this my lawyer, and did I just get recently divorced? Who do I want to be? What do I want to be? Because it's coming into fruition. That's what this tells me. It's the card of the dreamer, and the dream is becoming manifest. But it also tells me I have not set my intention clearly. I don't know which cup I want to fill. I'm out there in woo-woo land, just ruminating, doing all these crazy things in my head about what I should do, what I could do, what I want to be when I grow up, and our word birth. Fill the cup, 1 cup, 2 cups. We can't keep focus on 7 Taurus at one time. Even with us, as Tauruses, we can't keep focus, and we're like the single point of focus. Let us charge forward on what we want, bull in the china shop sometimes type of energy. We don't want, we want to bring the intention and birth the idea. So if it's a creative endeavor, the King of Swords energy could be helping me to formalize plans. I would be putting all of those ideas into one of these cups to be able to bring them to fruition, intention, with my intention, and it's way more efficient, because this gives me freedom to set the attention, gives me the freedom to do that. What do I want in my career? What do I want to celebrate? Because these things are happening or coming to us, because remember, this is extremely mature type energy. It's very focused, very forceful, doesn't fight and call all out war for no reason. It would do celebratory energy. So setting attention, sitting with myself, getting that intention very clear. What do I want to manifest? I have 1 penny. I'm the kid in the candy store. What will taste the best? I don't talk in metaphors ever. Spirit just told me to say that. Whatever. You know what I mean? What is it I want? Is it the new job? Do I want to make over my home? We're Taurus. We love, buying new things and decorating and making things beautiful and comfortable for the people that we love and for ourselves. It's a good, fun way to be, and it brings us pleasure, it brings us joy. Okay? Because our next card here is the Five of Pentacles, and that's a scary card. Look at this poor kid. He's got blood on the bandage on his head. He's got blood on his little hand down here. If I can get the glare off. He's got a cane or a crutch in his hand, and mommy's hanging over him, trying to protect him. It is supposedly the card that means, there could be financial loss coming into my life, that funds may be being short. But I feel with this card, and always have, look behind this, Taurus. Here's the light. The premise of this card is this is a church sanctuary, and all these people had to do was turn around, and there was help for them. If they were short on funds or short on cash, maybe to manifest this dream, or they needed a new job, they would be applying for the new job with this King of Swords energy. Or if they were afraid about their finances, they would start to think about, how can I up them? We got the Seven of Cups here. Am I short? Do I need more money, more funds, more this, more that? There is always help if I walk into this light. So here's an example, Taurus. If I was the Taurus, was birthing the idea of a new car, for example, I want a new car. I'd put it in that cup. I'd have that tension energy, that intended, total focus on my new car. And I go to the bank, and the loan officer says, I'm sorry, Taurus, you can't have the car. I'd have another loan officer that would say, oh, Taurus, you really need that new car, and I know when things are coming together here, and let me just work out the deal. And maybe I have to pay 1% more interest, but I have the new car. It's that idea. When I see this Five of Cups energy or Pentacle energy, to me, it's always like, look for the backup plan. Look for where the support, and that's our word here, where there is support, to move me forward in my intention. It may not be the normal channel that I would have planned on, but it is there. There is light. If I turn around, there's usually snow in this card, and they just did that weird thing with my lights when I started this reading. I know I should have restarted it, but they said it's important, so I'm leaving it in there for you, Taurus, blank out and all. So find the backup plan. Stop scattering the energy. Pull together my intentions efficiently so I can be free to birth that which I am going forward to with a very concise, clear-cut attitude. Now, this is going to be in different areas of each one of our lives. We all know for our own little Taurus self where we want this to come down. Fill a cup or two, fill a cup or two, and then really go for it, Taurus, because the next card here is more swords energy. Now we have the Page of Swords. Male or female, I always have to say this. This can be a troublesome energy also, because the Page, he's like immature. He is, look at his face there. He's not even looking over his shoulder. He's holding his sword up, right? And he's like, go ahead, challenge me. I can kick all your butts. That kind of attitude, he'll go right into the battle without even thinking, not even asking a question. So it could be troublesome energy coming towards us. Um, in the manner of, let's say, my kid might have failed an exam or is doing something kind of risky behavior because that could get them into trouble, or I am doing some risky behavior that could get me into trouble. He also means that too, but he means also go for it. And we can't go for it. He's birth, he's our new idea. He maybe is a new partner for us. Maybe he's a little younger than our other partner, you know, or a new kind of boss. But this card, if it doesn't mean trouble or somebody doing some kind of risky behavior around us, he is so important. That energy is so important to us because it says go for it. But we've got to be really clear because he, the Page of Swords also asks all these questions. So he says, why? You answer, he wants to know why, where, what, how many, how's it happen, da 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 da. And every time I answer a question, he asks why. Again, like little kids when they're 2 years old and they learn why or no, and it's the only word that they know, period. It could, but the Page of Swords is as perceptive as the Queen of Swords. He has the ability, she, to find out the truth regarding all matters by asking the important questions. The King of Swords can think on his feet and like very eloquently and very rapidly, very efficiently. He gets to the truth because he keeps asking the right question. Sometimes it's annoying. Why, you know. But he has both mental and physical agility, is full of anticipation. It makes him a really good learner and an excellent student as long as he stays out of trouble, you know, by jumping the wrong way, because it is a go for it type of energy. He's all about communication, all about getting all of your information, your ideas to put into the Seven of Cups energy. It tells us that we need to appreciate and communicate our ideas, our information, our theories about things. Um, it doesn't matter as long as we're sharing and we're talking, you know, and conversing with others about the ideas. The important thing is, though, be very careful with this card because he is a risky energy. Type of energy. I would not engage in any gossip, period. Most of us Tauruses are too busy to bother. I wouldn't engage in it. While this page loves to talk, he loves to be in the know. It's important to use that talent for the benefit of others. Do you remember our original message? Pay attention to the synchronicities. If there's conflicts or situations that, you know, are controversial, don't get angry. Stay out of it. Find the better solution. Um, Even if I'm in the know, I want to be careful this month about what I say and to who I say it. Um, this shows that we could be more prone to sharing confidential information about ourselves. So we should also, because of the risky behavior with this, We should also protect our privacy, and we ground our thoughts before we speak to make sure that we later do not regret that which we have said. So that's a lot of stuff there all at one time. So think about what's happening, because he's just, the Queen of Swords is uh, like a separation type energy, you know, and someone who has went through really trying times, divorce, bereavement, that kind of thing, but is straight and level emotionally, okay, and can handle anything. She's the emotional side of the mental realm, like the King of Swords. It's not that she doesn't care for other people, not that she's not compassionate. She just is very, straightforward, clear cut. This is the way it goes. Be careful when we have this card. You might want to re-listen to that, because I think we have really good, clear, whatever it is we're doing, it's going to come forward, because our next card is the Eight of Rods or Wands. This is getting information very rapidly about good news coming into our lives. It could be good news about a new job. It could be good news about, for those of us that are daydreaming because we want a divorce, that, yay, it's over and here comes the alimony. I don't have to be sitting there feeling like the beggar on the street in front of the church. I can finally go for it. This is the go for it. It can mean travel, landings, departure, coming back and forth maybe for a new job, getting that gives us more freedom, those things that we like, or our new job coming into being, or the loan for the car. I can't put this in one area, any area of our life, but this is good news coming rapidly. And if we think about it for even a minute, positive news coming rapidly. These readings are only for the month of January, so it's finally like, okay, we're free. Finally, we are free to birth the new intention for our life and create that which we want. And we're doing it efficiently, and it will support us if it's the right vision, right? So we're all different Tauruses. This could be a new love relationship I'm looking for. It could be a new career I'm looking for. It could be getting that promotion for some of us, because Rod's energy usually has to do with career, work life a lot of times. So it's just a really good card. So whatever I'm waiting for to be communicated to me is coming. And hopefully it's coming very shortly. I would think within the next 6 weeks. Can't make these cards up. You really can't. This is too funny. Listen. Do you see what she's doing? Taurus, do you see her? I hope I got the glare off of here. Keep your mouth shut. Is that not like that Page of Swords energy? Or not? Be careful what we say. Sometimes we'll splatter our intentions or this Seven of Cups energy all over the place, and we already are. That's what it means. We're scattering our focus. We need to pull it back in. That cracks me up. That just cracks me up. It says, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires' manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Don't fill the cup with what it is you want, and listen to what is coming forth, and don't scatter the energy. Taurus, because we are getting the news that we're getting what we want, okay? It says you've received this card because the angels wish to get their messages through to you. They ask that you talk less and listen more. That's a whole message from the crazy page of swords energy. When we're stressed, we tend to chatter out of nervousness. Well, Taurus, it says, give your worries to the angel. Trust that they've heard your prayers. If it seems like they're not answering your prayers, it's probably because you're not listening to their answers. Go meditate, sit with what you want in those cups. King of Swords is very clear mentally. So retreat to a quiet place with the intention of listening to your angels. Then close your eyes and breathe deeply. The additional meanings are, and listen. I didn't finish that. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and listen. The additional meanings are avoid noisy environments. You've been hearing your angels correctly. Turn off the television or the radio. Your hearing is becoming more sensitive because you've been tuning into the angels. Clear your air chakras. Blow your nose, Taurus. Sorry, couldn't pass that up. By visualizing light clearing the areas above each eyebrow, not your nose. Well, Taurus, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. And if anybody wants to go neb about me or know more about me, all the information's down below the screen. If you need to set an appointment with me, all of the information to do that is over at the website, which is down below the screen. The prayer class and suture classes are out there for you. There's 2 short videos about them, and they've been put over at the website now, so you don't have to scroll through 90 YouTubes to find the 2 little videos. I didn't know that till last month, I believe. Anyhow, to everybody, the suture class of thought forms you put into a simple meditation, enhances the clear perceptions. Prayer class is it's 2.5 hours long. It is on the how to and why you format prayers the way you do for manifestation, this kind of work, all of that. And to all of you that I've met through doing these YouTube readings for 2 whole years, and everybody I've met through doing this work for 29 years, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you, and I hopefully will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.